So Ben, you're on tour again, it's your third gig, so how were the first impressions of this current tour? Yeah, how is the run of this current tour?
Well, we started on Friday, it is now Wednesday, so we started on Friday, and don't ask me where because I can't remember, and then we played on Saturday as well, and that was in Una, and both gigs went well, especially considering that at both gigs we met people who actually want to book us to some smaller festivals, so it's a plus all the way. And now today we sit here in Downtown Blues Club in Hamburg, and I like this place a lot. It's,
we played sometimes here before.
Yeah, since the beginning, I think 2007, 2008, we've always played here once a year.
Yes, and your tour is mainly in Germany, Poland and Finland. So what is the reason that you are just touring these countries? Why don't you tour other countries or overseas?
Well, I'd love to play other countries too, but this tour is 3.5 weeks, and it's about the maximum time I can be away from home because I have young, small kids, and obviously it means that I'm a little bit older, they miss me, and I have an arrangement with my ex-wife that I take care of them every second week. That's not possible when I'm on the road, so. But my new wife is with them also, and so it's fine. But 3.5 weeks is maximum what I can do normally, maybe 4 weeks. So we go to Germany, Poland, Switzerland on this tour, and then in October we start the dates in Finland with a new album.
Oh yeah. And you've got a very big, huge back catalog, own material, but material from other bands. So how hard is it to find the right set list? Is it a hard thing?
It's well, for this tour we're promoting a new triple compilation CD from the stuff I did in the 90s. Actually, this is it, 3 CDs, and it has a booklet with the story of my career in my words, which means that it's quite funny, I think. And so we took older songs in the set that we don't normally play, and also it's kind of a finalizing moment for me for most of this material, because next time I'm back here we will not be playing this stuff. Mm-hmm. Because we have a new studio album coming out in January in Europe. It comes out October in Finland, but only in January here. And that album is more, it's like back to a trio again, with Miri Miettinen back on drums. He played for some years with Erja Lyytinen, and then he played with Lawrence Jones. And now when he moved back to Finland, I offered him the job back, and he said yes, thank you very much. And then my longtime bass player John Viherva, we actually didn't really talk about doing an album, but there's a famous Finnish producer called Okko Laru, and he came up to me on Christmas Day in a club. I was in a club on Christmas Day. That's not good, is it? But anyway.
Not good for you, but good for the audience.
Yeah. No, I was a guest. I was on the other side of the stage. I was sitting in the audience. And he said he would like to produce the album, so that made me think that, wait a minute, this could be good. Mm-hmm. And he brought really the best out of us 3 playing together. Mm-hmm. Much more jamming, much more looser, more blues rock than earlier, but also some melodic songs, very melodic songs as well.
Mm-hmm. It's a trio.
Trio, yeah, just like now.
You won't perform with other guitar player?
No, not at the moment. Marko Karhu, who was on Handmade and the 20th anniversary live double CD and DVD, great guitar player and a very good friend of mine. He has a very young boy, and he felt that he doesn't want to tour, no long tours. So I mean, either you are in this business or you are not.
Of course.
And I've been doing this. I've been playing guitar for 42 years, and I've been playing live for 32 years, and I realized that I give up a lot of family things. Mm-hmm. You know, like I missed many of my friends' weddings and parties and happenings, family happenings, because I was on the road. But I was 11 years old when I decided I want to play guitar, and I still do it. That's not many people can say that they've done what they wanted to do since they were little. So this is what it is. This is, you have to work.
Yeah.
And my work is playing.
Does it mean that Marco is out of the band, or will he come back?
Well, I think that he will come back at least for one of the shows in Finland.
Yeah.
Because he lives in that city where we're going to play. So I said, look, you better come and jam with us. I don't know. At the moment, I'm focusing on the trio thing completely.
Yeah.
And it's great playing with him. He's a fantastic guitar player, as you must know.
Yes, I saw the interviews with you on the DVD,
Yeah.
and I had the feeling that this is your new passion, this twin guitar thing with Marco, and it worked very well.
Yeah, the problem is, if he doesn't want to tour, I can't have him in the band.
Yeah.
You know, and the funny thing is how small the musicians world in Finland is. That Kai Jokia, who played drums on Handmade and on the DVD, he now plays with Erja Lyytinen.
Yeah.
So, you know, it goes round in circles.
Okay. You showed us the new triple CD package coming out now. It consists of old material, as
Yeah.
you told us. Why was it so hard to get this old material on CD the last years?
Because the record label that I did for this was done with a Finnish label called Megamania, who were part of a Finnish company called Love Publishing. And the boss from that label, Atte Blom, is a legendary Finnish producer and record label boss. He was also the label for Leningrad Cowboys, in which I spent a lot of time. He was the one who gave me a chance to do a solo album. It's all in the booklet here, but basically we were on tour with Leningrad Cowboys, and I had a little 4-track C-cassette player. I was doing some demos. I had a drum machine and I was playing, and he asked me, "What are you doing?" He was in the bus with us, and I said, "What are you doing?" "Well, I'm just writing some instrumental songs for fun." "So can I listen?" So he listened to it and said, "Do you want to make an album?" Yes, please. So we did 5 albums together. I never signed a contract. He just let me do what I wanted to do. Anyway, so I think it was Universal or Sony. Universal bought Megamania and the back catalog, and I had to license my own music to release it. And
yes.
you know, this comes to the everlasting question of why are musicians poor?
Yeah.
Well, because we have to pay for everything we do. But that's the reason. But I'm happy it's out now, and I'm happy with the package. It's, you know, we've only gotten very, very good reviews because it's a really big variation of music, and it's a lot of guitar stuff, but it's not. I take some kind of little pride of not being a widdly-diddly guitar player. I don't play 5 minutes guitar solos because there's a room for a guitar solo. I focus on the song and to play to the song. And if we jam in the concerts, it's going to go out from the song to bring something new to the thing, rather than have a riff, a little melody, and then play 3 minutes solo and go back to the riff and the melody, because I don't like that. I want to have a complete song.
Yeah.
So I think it's full of good songs with good guitar playing.
Yeah, that brings us to the next question. You like to concentrate on guitar playing, and you're a great guitar player. Have you ever thought about engaging a singer for the Ben Granfelt band?
Only so I could fire him after a week. What is he going to do when we play instrumental songs? What is he going to do when there's a little bit longer jam? I mean, a tambourine is a nice instrument, but nobody wants to play it in a rock show for a long time.
Yeah, playing bongos like Ian Gillan.
Yeah. No, I mean, a lot of people said, "Oh man," especially in Finland, I get a lot of shit from, you know, when I started that, you know, you're not a singer. That's true, I'm not a singer, but I'm very comfortable now with what I'm doing. Not earlier, but now I'm comfortable. I do what I call storyteller evenings, where I play acoustic guitar and through a PA, and I sing and I tell stories. And they've been very popular. It's been going down really well. I really enjoy that. That's actually down thanks to my wife, Jasmine, who is a great singer. She's Belgian, but obviously we live in Helsinki, but she's a great singer and songwriter, and she runs this open mic club in an Irish pub. And she forced me to go up there 2.5 years ago. She said, "You're going to go up and play 3 of your songs acoustically." I said, "No, I'm not." "Yes, you are." And you know, guys, when the wife says you do this, you better do it. So the first show was absolutely terrifying. It felt like someone had taken down my pants and I had to sing. But now I really enjoy singing. Like in tonight's show, I'm going to do 3 songs acoustically, maybe 4, I don't know yet. But it's not going to be like a lot of players when they suddenly start to do an acoustic, when they play a long guitar solo on acoustic. No, I'm going to play 3 songs and sing them. So I really enjoy singing now. It would be nice to work with another singer, but also it's a simple thing that a trio, when we jam together, we kind of form some kind of invisible bond. But what is the bongo player or the tambourine player / singer going to do then?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Is that fair enough?
Yes, okay. Ben, your music is often described as a mix between classic rock and blues. Sometimes I have the impression that your music is too bluesy for rock fans and too hard rocking for blues fans.
That's true.
Yeah, is it a problem?
It's a problem. I hate labeling music because if there would be files in a music store, I would put my albums under good music. But no, this is a problem because I like a lot of different styles of music. I like, as much as I like a band like Cheap Trick, I like a band like Kansas. I mean, Steve Walsh is my favorite singer of all time, and I love a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan, Gary Moore, the blues stuff, Eric Clapton. I take influences from all different directions, you know, and what comes out is what I have on the albums. I know that there's been gigs that I didn't get because he's too classic rock. Whereas the next gig I go to, well, you know, he's not rock enough, he's too bluesy. And it is a problem, but people should open up their ears and listen to the music rather than categorize it all the time, because it all comes into if it's good or bad. Of course, if you're a blues purist, you're going to say, he uses too much gain on his guitar, there's too much melody or something. The truth is, I love the blues, but I get really bored playing 3-chord blues. So I always try to put something a little bit extra in it, like in the blues rock stuff that we do. I have Miri and John always say, this is typical Ben Granfelt. It goes so completely out from everything else that you would expect. But that's the way I write music.
Yeah. Let's talk about your influences. You told very much about your influences, who your influencer guitar players are. When I first heard a Ben Granfelt CD, I had one name in my mind, and this is Steve Vai.
Steve Vai, okay. That's, well, a friend of mine said, man, you're such a great player. You're a cross between Yngwie Malmsteen and Ted Nugent, and I almost hit him.
Yngwie Malmsteen and Ted Nugent, oh God.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, I don't, which album? This one of the early albums?
Yeah, Passion Welfare.
Yeah, so that was probably from my first album. Well, I think that on my first 2 albums, you can clearly hear Jeff Beck, Joseph Triani, Eric Johnson, and Steve Morse. You can clearly hear that I'm influenced by those. There's like almost like 2 songs that could be Eric Johnson songs, 2 songs that could be Jeff Beck songs, 2 songs that could be Joseph Triani, 2 songs that could be Steve Morse. And on the first album, but when I started playing, it was Richie Blackmore, Wilco Johnson, Robin Trower, and after that Gary Moore, Michael Schenker.
All good players.
Yeah, great players. And now I just seem to gravitate in my playing. Maybe it's the age or something, or I'm mellowing down, but more bluesy stuff. I don't really know what I could say that I listen to a lot. The last albums that I bought Robin Trower's new album, which I like a lot. You know, he sings himself, and he's probably first to say that he's not a fantastic singer, but he sings the songs the way he wants to, so that's fine with me. I really liked some of the bluesier stuff Gary Moore did, but I did not like Still Got the Blues. I didn't like that album at all. No. I liked the stuff that came a little bit later. Back to the Blues, Power of the Blues. Those 2 I thought were really great albums.
Are there some younger guitar players in new contemporary bands that you like at the moment?
Well, there's a German guy who you probably know, Dennis Horms, who's fantastic guitar player and also quite good singer, I think. He just released a new album called, I think, Six String Therapy or something like that. He's a great guitar player. I met him once or twice at the Frankfurt Fair, the Engelstand. He's very good. To be honest, I'm old-fashioned. I just the new stuff is just like, I couldn't be bothered with listening to someone to be trying to be modern. I'm not modern, so I don't gravitate to that anymore. I listen to the old stuff still.
Yeah, it's better. You won't have any hip-hop influences.
No, I mean hip-hop and those, I like the groove of that stuff, and then if I can play guitar on it, it would sound like Ben Granfelt playing to a groovy backing track. But let's see, who else? I mean, King's X is a band I like, but they're already old as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I like them. They were more grungy, alternative, or whatever they were. But I really like what they did. I still get every Wishbone Ash album, but they're not new. They're old, but I still listen to them.
Also the new albums?
Yeah, I like them. But Muddy is a very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
I got him the job,
And I believe you're still in contact with Andy Powell.
Yeah, I am, and I think that in the future it's quite possible that Andy and I might work together on something.
Oh yeah, this would be the next question. You were a member of the Leningrad Cowboys and Wishbone Ash. So how important were these periods for you as a solo artist? Did these experiences influence you for your solo work as well?
Of course. Leningrad Cowboys I started in '91, and that's when Gringos Locos ended. And Leningrad Cowboys went on for me for 6-7 years. I think 5 or 6 CDs. And musically, I didn't maybe get influence of anything within the Leningrad Cowboys, but I got to write almost 60-70% of one album, that was studio album, the only studio album that we made. And it was a great experience.
It was a great album.
Someone with my t-shirt.
It's all you.
Yeah. I think the Leningrad Cowboys times, what it gave me most was the experience to play live and be on stage, and you could do whatever you wanted. You could be as crazy as you wanted. You can go up and tell jokes, you can go on, between, let's say if we played 20 songs a night, there was maybe 5 polka songs, which obviously I didn't like, but it's part of the job. It was a great time to be in a band that was growing and becoming big very fast. At the same time, I worked on my first solo albums, which were kind of my musical relief. Then I got to play music I wanted to do. I also had a band called Guitar Slingers in Finland, and we did what you probably could call AOR, adult oriented rock or rock, melodic rock, and I got to write a lot of stuff for that. So Wishbone Ash again really influenced me, as you can hear on Handmade. You can hear the Wishbone influences all the way.
Very much.
And I'm very happy with that period. It was a fantastic time and a learning curve for me. Andy Powell is a great guitar player, a good band leader, and it's a very good friend. I really, truly enjoyed that time. But in the end, I felt 2 things. I wanted to do my own stuff, and I also wanted to have a family. So
it's not very likely that you will go into a famous band and have a long tour, so you are more interested in being a solo musician, or would you return to a famous band, or a little bit more famous band? As if a famous band would come, would you join them?
Well, this is something I've been asked quite a lot. Would you like to join this or that band?
ZZ Top?
Well, I think so. And obviously I wouldn't like to play in ZZ Top. It's not, I like ZZ Top, but what would I do there?
We have a ZZ Top cover band here playing here once a year, and you can get a beard as long as that one in 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's fake beard. I've been asked, actually, I don't know, can't remember his name, who rights for Guitarist and Bass magazine when I released in 2011, I can't remember, Melodic Relief, an instrumental album that I did. He said that if Steve Morse would leave Purple, this would be the perfect guy for the band, or something like that. And but the thing is, if I would, let's say I would join Deep Purple, and we'd make a new album, we'd play 1 or 2 new songs, and the rest would be the old stuff. And the thing with Wishbone Ash was that I got to play with them and I got to write music immediately, and we played a lot of the new stuff on the road. So I felt like I was part of the evolvement, or taking the band a step further. And I don't know. I think that I'm so set into what I want to do now that it's really difficult. I wouldn't mind touring with any of those as a support or a special guest with my band. That would be great. But joining another band now, I don't think so.
No, as far as I know, you have ever been the Ben Granfelt who wanted to do his own thing, his own music, and I don't think it would be great for you. You wouldn't feel well in the
I would probably last for 3 years, then I go like, no, I want to do my own stuff.
Yeah, you told us about the new album coming out in Finland. Will it also be released in Germany?
Yes, it's called Another Day, and as I said, it's the first back as a trio since 2008, I think. And we recorded a lot of the songs in a big room, just that we did handmade, actually in the same room, so that we could see each other. And the producer actually said, no click track. Click track is for the drummer to keep the tempo, but Miri is such a great drummer that we recorded 2 to 3 takes per song, and even though we jammed and the arrangements were not 100%, they were left for jamming a lot of things. We could take, like I said, the first take was really great, but I made a couple of mistakes in the solo. No problem, we can take the solo from the third take, move it in there, the whole band section in the middle of the first take, and you cannot hear any shifting in tempo. It all sounds completely natural. So I'm very happy with how Okko produced the album and just let us play and made us play so well. There are a couple of tracks on the album where we didn't have the arrangement ready, and we talked through it, had dinner, drank a bottle of wine, and everyone was kind of like, oh, I'm feeling quite good now and relaxed. And we talked through the arrangement, played once, solos and all, and Okko comes down and said, that's it, you're not playing this again. No, we have to, there was a mistake here, no, I said, trust me, I'm the producer, I know. And we argued and we played 2 more times, it was shit, compared to the first take. And there's a couple of songs that have like extended jams at the end of the songs, which were not planned in any way. We just decided, we'll see. I mean, obviously all songs are going to end at some point. So we just played. And that's what you hear on the album. Yeah. And then there's a funny number that goes through the whole album, and that's number 3. Why? Well, I trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and I hurt my little finger. As you can see, this is completely fucked. And it was very bad inflammation and everything in the studio. So I had to play mostly with 3 fingers. Oh. And I can hear it, but nobody else probably can. We recorded the music in 3 days. I recorded the vocals in 3 afternoons. We mixed the albums in 3 days.
That's fast, yeah.
Very fast.
Yeah, and there's back as a trio again.
That sounds very great.
Yeah,
spontaneously.
Yeah, everything just worked very. It was very easy to do this album. I mean, it was easy to do handmade, but there was more production work in it than with this album. But that's why I think the new album feels so fresh. And obviously, who doesn't say, oh, it's the best album I've ever done when it's a new album? But I'm beginning to believe that it could be true, because so many people that I played it to are saying that they never expected this. This is really, really good. Probably the best album you've ever done. So what do you know?
I'm sure, yeah.
And actually, here's the funny thing again. I mentioned Erja Lyytinen. that Kai Jokiaho and Miri both play with Erja Lyytinen. I'm now signed to Erja Lyytinen's Davide Floreno's label. And they have an office 5 minutes from my home in Helsinki, but they have great distribution in Europe, and so it was a natural decision to go with them.
Yeah.
And I know them both very well. It was everything has been a little bit too easy. I'm waiting for someone to hit me in the head with something, saying it's not working.
Yeah.
But it's been very good. Yeah. We might play tonight 1 or 2 new songs, probably just one, but it's a bit unfair to play many new songs and people have to wait till January to get the album. So we stick to what's on the triple CD. Triple, okay. There's number 3 again.
Yeah, that's again. Yes, do you have further messages for your fans worldwide? Something that is left out?
No, but I would like to say thank you for supporting, and don't forget about me, because you put cornflakes on the table for my kids every morning. And if I see you on this tour, come and say hi. I'm always at the merch stand after the gigs, and then in January we have more gigs in Europe again. We go to Germany, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Hungary, Österreich, and next year also we'll go to England and Holland. Mm-hmm. So it's looking, I'm a little bit scared because it looks so good for a change. There's already now gigs for next summer festivals. So just hang in there, check me out on Facebook, Ben Granfelt Band or Ben Granfelt, and the webpage is up and running also, bengranfelt.com. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you for this nice interview, Ben.